He was one of the first rock stars of stand-up, as the first comedian to sell out Madison Square Garden 2 nights in a row. You know him for his bold and edgy humor. And now he's back on tour. Please welcome to the show the undisputed heavyweight comedy king, Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah. It's good to see everybody.
Wow, good to see you.
Dice, how's it going there?
Man,
it's
please, the floor is yours.
No, I'm just saying, it was funny that the producer more than once had to. The thing is still there where they're going, this is live, and like it's 1989, on the MTV Awards getting banned for but you don't have to worry,
Okay.
Oh man,
not that I'm not edgy on stage still. Different material than 35 years ago, but I get it. I'm not going to slip.
Got it.
Well,
and I do have to say hello to Jeff, who married Jordan from Big Brother.
What?
No, I have to tell you, because my girlfriend, you got to understand, when she's watching Big Brother, and she has watched every season as far back, and she'll go, oh, you have to come and see this part. And, told me all about you and the kids. Yeah, so I'm just saying hello. She's one of your biggest fans,
Oh, guys, I'm following her right after the show. Yeah. I'll write her on Instagram. I'll make a little video of me and Jordan. That's great.
You must feel like a peacock right now.
I am.
Just and when I watch the show, my nerves are on end from some of the things they make you do.
Yeah.
Like when they put you on a wall that's leaning forward, and how long and I'm going, I could just never ever do it.
Oh,
I
guys,
would never laugh.
that's the biggest compliment. I want to get back to you though, man. But that's such a compliment. I'm gonna post this right after we're done.
I will say this, Dice, I've done a lot of shows with Jeff. I've never seen him frozen like that.
What are you talking about, Frozen? I did the peacock.
That's really cool. And speaking of really cool, before we get to your interview, I want to say, you probably don't remember me, but I was a young comic in Miami, and you were performing down there, and you treated me like a professional. You took me on the road with you to go to Orlando and Tampa, and it meant a lot to me.
Wow.
And I just want to say thank you, man. You're an icon, and you just treated me like a comic, and that meant a lot to a young comic. So here we are. Life is crazy, right?
I understand that, because it's always the pecking order, the guy that's already there and the guy coming up. Like, I used to go through that, like with Rodney Dangerfield, where you don't really know what to say to the guy. You're trying to be cool,
Yes.
And I'm going, so Rodney, how's everything's okay, man? Okay. And you're like, yeah, okay, so what do I do? And he would just keep saying the same thing over and over. So through my career, there have been comics like everybody from Jim Norton to Sebastian Maniscalco to Bobby Lee. All these guys I've had open for me that their careers have come up, and obviously yours has too.
Yes, sir. And I toured with Norton for 2 years, so it's very full circle. But let's get to your career, brother. You were performing at Carnegie Hall, so I hope you stop and That's amazing for the first time.
It is an honor to play that room, because just like I was told, this is live TV, there was a time they didn't want me walking down that block. There were just places that wouldn't have me. I mean, I've done everything worth doing in New York, including, 2 nights at the Garden. Then I went back 10 years later, sold the Garden out again. And recently, was Bill Burr's special guest when he did the Garden during the New York Comedy Festival, and all of a sudden here comes Carnegie Hall. Yeah, he started this whole thing again, and I'll tell you why. I was sort of afraid to go on bigger stages. And because I had for a while Bell's palsy, where my whole face was drooping, and it was like, I'll play up to, let's say, 1,000 seats, and I would have these talks with my agent, because I still got that fire in me to perform. I'm always coming up with new material, and I went to see Bill out in Newark at the Prudential Center just to see his show with my girlfriend, and I was goofing on her the whole time there, going, well, I haven't done an arena in 23 years. And she's going, it's not your show, which I love doing that to her, you know. But the joke was on me because the minute I walked into Bill's dressing room, he got up, he hugged me, and he goes, you're going to do some time up there, right, Dice?
Oh, yeah.
And my stomach dropped because he doesn't know what I've dealt with physically. Mm-hmm. You know, he just doesn't know, and I I never go to shows, really. And I go, no, I'm here to see you. And he goes, no, you got to do some time up there. So I said, well, maybe I'll just introduce you. So I go on the stage, and Club Soda Kenny, and my, bodyguard from years ago already, introduced me, the undisputed heavyweight comedy king. And the minute I got on the stage, the crowd erupted, and I just felt incredible. And a couple of weeks later, I get a text on a Monday night that Guns N' Roses want me on Tuesday night.
Jeez.
And because I'm the only guy that I opened for them years and years ago at the Rose Bowl in '93. And my girlfriend's like, you don't have to do this. I mean, what you did at the Prudential was unreal, because I tell her all the old stories. And I said, no, but I do have to do it, because I'm known sort of as the Rocky of stand-up. I've had a tremendous career, but it's been very bumpy. Mm-hmm. So there I am at the MetLife Stadium, which is the old Giant Stadium. And as we're walking and I see the crowd, and it's still daytime, it's 60,000 people plus. Mm. And the difference between that and going on for Bill is they're not there for a comedian. And they don't know I'm coming on. And, they're there for rock and roll. And I get the intro, and as I start walking towards them, the whole place erupted. Oh. And then... yeah, it's been nuts. And then Bill had me at the Garden with him again as his special guest. And I had time to prepare, and...
Well, you're officially back. You are rock and roll.
It is so crazy.
Yeah, you're comedy rock and roll.
You are comedy rock and roll. If you're ever in Denver, you gotta come here. Please, Dice, sit on the panel. We can talk to you for hours.
I'll bring Jordan.
Yeah,
it would be amazing. And now, where I was content not even doing any acting, here comes the greatest, Eddie Murphy, wanting me for this new film with him and Pete Davidson. I'm like, what is happening?
Because it's time. We've missed you.
I was content. I'm excited about it all. I'm excited about Carnegie, and then right from there, basically, I have to do Eddie's movie.
Yeah.
With great director that did Barbershop and all the Kevin Hart movies, and I'm like, these guys are the greatest,
So, listen, you fit right into that, Bill, and you're going to have to come back here and promote it. We have a hard out, but we need to
get this plug right now.
Oh, yeah, we got to get the plug in before we go to commercial. Andrew, thank you so much for joining us today. D-Mail Nation, his new tour you got to go to, begins February 15th at Carnegie Hall. You can go to andrewdiceclay.com for all tour dates and tickets.
All the other dates,
You deserve this success, man.
You're a legend, my man. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.